I get a lot of questions on how to build business credit lines with lenders, especially when businesses are just getting started. So I thought today would be a great time for me to show you one of the cards that I opened 2 years ago for one of my startups and how I quickly built that credit line to $250,000 with this bank without any business credit. All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, paramedic, and I don't know, Bonnie and Clyde are here somewhere. Now, a very quick reminder, because we're going to be talking about credit, finance, and lending, I do have a team of outstanding lawyers that Clyde keeps chained up. The only problem with these lawyers, they get a little rowdy or I make a video, and the only way to calm these lawyers down is to give a quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a tax advisor, so this is definitely not legal financial or tax advice. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, or simply put, just don't sue me, okay? Alright, now first a little background, but don't worry, this is going to be short. About 2 years ago, my tech business started to do very well, and I had a little extra cash laying around that I wanted to invest. Having a successful history in real estate, I knew exactly where I wanted to invest my capital. I started the Carlson organization and began purchasing real estate. Now, I'm not going to bore you to death here, but I also placed some of my other side projects, like this YouTube channel, my book sales, etc. The point of telling you this story is, in 2019, this was a brand new business without any business credit. Now, I already had a pretty good working relationship with Wells Fargo. They were the primary bank and lender for my tech business, Auto Corner, and I knew the local business banker pretty well. For this reason, I decided to bring my business banking for the Carlson organization to Wells Fargo. But honestly, what I'm going to show you today pretty much works at most banks. Now, first, before we go any further, it is very important that you have a few basic requirements. You must have these before you go to the next step. Now, I've already covered this in great detail in a previous video, so just a quick summary is you need to be in business, you need a copy of your state incorporation documents, you need your employer identification number with the IRS, that's the EIN. Now, like I said, I've covered this in great detail in previous videos, so I'm not going to bore you here. You just need to have those all done. If you don't, it's going to make the process a lot longer. All right, you have everything? All right, that's great. Let's get going. I started by making an appointment with the business banker at my local Wells Fargo branch. I also emailed him all of my state forms a few days ahead of time. That gave him some time to enter all of this into the computer and saved us easily 30 minutes of me sitting at his desk watching him type information. At the bank, the first step is to open a business checking account. It really doesn't matter which one of the checking accounts you open, just speak with the banker and choose the package that works best for you. In the beginning, usually the free account is best. Don't be suckered into the more expensive packages, even if they pay you interest. Trust me, when you're getting started, you are not going to have enough money in your account to offset these fees, and you're just wasting money. As they open your business bank account, they will also ask you if you want a business credit card. It is so important, say yes. This is the time where they are the most flexible in credit standards. If you say no to this offer and try and apply later, your chances are very bad that you will be approved. So take advantage of the situation and apply right now. Now, of course, if you're a complete deadbeat that has past due payments for all other accounts, they're going to decline you. But if you have reasonably good credit, you should be approved. In my case, I was approved for $5,000 on the spot, and here's how. As part of the application process, they will ask you for your estimated revenue that your business will make for the first year, and how much you expect to spend on the credit card per month. Before going to the bank, truly sit down and think about these numbers so you have a good answer ready for them. At this stage of your business, it's going to be pretty hard to give them any hard numbers, but you still should have a basic idea. In my case, I knew since it was already at the end of August, I had about 4 months of possible revenue for that calendar year. So I told them $50,000 in revenue for the year, and I would spend maybe $1,500 per month on the card. As a general rule, a bank will not issue you any more than 10% of your projected annual revenues as a credit line, at least when you're getting started. Because I expected $50,000, they approved me based upon this number and gave me $5,000. Now, in hindsight, it might have been better to tell them a full year's projected income instead of only 4 months. But honestly, at the same time, I think if you tell them a number that is way too high, they're just going to think you're making it up. So in the end, I think the lower number probably worked in my favor. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, you need to have good personal credit. Anyone on YouTube telling you that you can establish these high limit business credit cards with bad personal credit is okay. Well, maybe that's a little harsh, and yes, technically it is possible to open credit without perfect personal credit, but that is so much longer and much harder. And then if you have bad credit, don't even think about it. There is pretty much no chance that a bank will give you an unsecured high-limit credit line if you have late or delinquent payments on your credit report. If you do, you need to fix that first. Think of having good personal credit as kind of a hack or a shortcut, and it's saving you 6 months to a year of time. The bank knows you're responsible with money, so they're going to let you kind of skip ahead in line. After a year of using this card, they increased my credit limit to $15,000. And I probably could have been approved for a higher amount, but since they used the tax returns for 2019, which only showed 4 months of revenue, I think that was probably part of the problem. Once I had a full year of income on my 2020 taxes, I was able to get a credit limit increase to $250,000. And this was during the pandemic when the banks were far more strict on lending. Now, of course, part of the reason for the increase is I have a well-established business relationship with this bank. I have multiple business accounts, and I have a few $100,000 in cash deposits, plus business loans, real estate loans, etc. Now, to be clear, this credit line I'm talking about is not secured by any of those assets. But by having multiple accounts in good standing with a bank affords you a little more leverage, and they can trust you with higher credit lines. Now, do you have any credit lines that are similar to this? What banks have you gone to? Have you been approved? Have you been denied? How long have you been in business? Why don't you share that information down below? Also, don't forget to check out www.open4.business and register your business today. We still have a few spots over in the Midwest that's left if you would like us to land the helicopter at your business. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it. Share this video with all your friends, and I'll see you on the next one.